everybody, Jeri Bellini here from my Arts and Parts, transitioning to recycled parts for art, and I will explain that in another video. But today I'm here to show you how I'm interpreting this month's Design Team Challenge for Gina Bronzini Aaron's, and it is July, and the challenge is Tickets and Use It. And so I'm going to start off using a recycled, which you know I love to recycle, a recycled file folder, and I am going to make my version of tickets that can be used in our art journals. So I have an idea, and I hope that my idea can go from head to table. All right, we'll be back in a few minutes and I will show you what we're about to do. Be right back. All right, I am back and I have my supplies, or some of them, sitting out on my desk, and I wanted to show you that I'm going to start off using these two stamp sets from Gina, and Always Treasure Life, Inspired Artistic, and I will leave a link in the description below for the exact, it will take you to the exact item in her Etsy shop if you're interested in either one of these beautiful stamp sets. So I am after the word. So the first thing I did was I cut my file folder into 1.5 inch strips, and I'm just using 3 strips for demonstration, and if I was not doing a video, I'd probably have 10 of them all over the place. So I'm going to do each one a little bit differently. So one I'm going to put some dictionary text on, one I'm going to paint with my Dilutions paints, and one I'm going to use a piece of deli paper. It's nice and thin, it's great. I love deli paper for collage. So I'm going to cover one of the strips with some deli paper just to get a foundation of something, a little background on here. So I'm going to do that and I will be back. All right, I came back because I just wanted to offer this little extra tip. I found this to be very helpful, and if you're a new art journaler or collager, you might enjoy this little tip. I have, you know, those magazines that come in the mail. I keep them and I use them for stuff like this. So I'll take my cardstock, I'll take my glue stick, and I will get all the glue down on this page so that I'm not getting this glue all over my desk. And then after I use a heavy hand with my glue stick. After I do that, I turn the page, so now I don't have some more glue getting on the back of my next piece. All right, so I just wanted to show you that, and then I'll just lay this paper right down on there. Okay, and then I'll trim it away afterwards. Keeps your surface clean. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I got my paint on this one, and I did both sides because we never know. Both sides might show, so I wanted to do both sides. And this one too. This is the deli collage paper, and this one is dictionary paper. The next thing I'm going to do, just to kind of like push back what I have on here, is I'm going to put a little gesso on here. So I'm going to do that and I'll come back. Okay, I come back every once in a while I'm doing something, just because as I'm doing it, I think, you know, you might be interested in this little tip I have to offer. So I use baby wipes to, you know, I put some gesso on there, first of all, let me say, and you can see the difference because this is really bright and this side isn't. So it's because I put some gesso on there, and I keep my gesso in a ketchup bottle with, you know, this. It's awesome. Now the reason I took the lid off is because usually when I squeeze out a dollop of it, it's a pretty big dollop, and I only wanted to use just a teeny little bit of it. So in this case, I took the cap off. But really, what I wanted to tell you was that sometimes when you wipe back your paint, when you paint and you use a baby wipe, it doesn't really do what you want it to do. But so I have found that if you use a little alcohol And I always keep a little, this spray bottle sitting next to me with some alcohol. You know, I just spray it on this baby wipe, and then I just, you know, wipe back some of it. Now I've already done it, so I don't want to overdo it, but I just wanted to give you that little tip. I'm going to finish. I'm going to put some gesso on this side, and I'm going to gesso these 2 pieces. And if I need to wipe back any of the gesso, which I will, I'll use my baby wipe first. And if that doesn't work, I'll put a little alcohol on it. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back, and I put the gesso on, and I removed, you know, I wiped it and removed some of it. And just in case you're wondering, the reason I'm doing that is I don't want the color to be the predominant focal point in these tickets. I kind of want the color to be there, or the design in the case of this, the text, to kind of be there, but not to be overbearing. Because when I put my words on there, I want them to be able to be seen. And sometimes if you get too much going on, when you're doing mixed media and you're layering and layering, by the time you get to put your stamps on, you can hardly see them. So that was the point of that. So there's my 3 strips. They're still a little damp, so I'm going to give them another minute to dry, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what I'm going to do next. All right, I'm back, and I have some StazOn ink pads in a couple different colors, black and blue, and I have other colors I might pull out. And I have some words from Gina's stamp sets, and they're all ready on a little block. And so I'm going to stamp some of her words, and I think I may even use her stencils, some of her stencils. Maybe this one. I love this one. I love these arrows, and it would fit on there just perfectly. So I'm just going to have some fun with some of her supplies, and I'll show you what I come up with in a few minutes. And then ultimately what I'm going to do with these strips. I'll be back in a few minutes. All right, I'm back, and I basically just put some words. Like I said I was going to. I did use this beautiful, I love this. This is like my favorite stencil. I love arrows. They remind me of going forward and being productive. I don't know why. But anyway, so that's what I did. It kept it simple. Now, the next thing and I didn't put anything on the back just yet. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these into segments. Okay, and then I'm going to round the corners, and I'll be back after I do that, and then I'm going to decorate them further. And I think these are coming out really cute. They are so not finished, but I wanted to show them to you so far. I cut them apart and, you know, rounded the corners. I used this Crocodile corner shopper, and the first one I did the 1/2 inch. That's this one, and I liked the smaller corner better, so I wound up doing the rest of them with the 1/4 inch. Now I'm going to go back over them, and I can certainly do the back with something. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. I could decorate the back with the stamps or the stencils or whatever. Or if I think, I'm going to glue them down in a book, then you don't have to do the back at all. But I like to paint both sides when I'm doing a project, just in case. So for now, I'm just going to concentrate on the front, and I'm going to get a jelly, no, I always call it a gel pen. I'm going to get a gel pen, and I'm going to do some decorating, some doodling and whatnot on here. And you could actually even, I was thinking as I was cutting the corners, you could actually even go in and, cut little indentations and make them look, more like tickets. But I like them the way they are. So I'm going to just fool around with them with my gel pen. And I might use some other things. So this is a really simple project. I was trying to keep it simple. I could keep doing this for hours. I have to tell you, I was doodling on the little tickets, and I wanted to stop and tell you about this awesome pen that Gina Ahrens actually gave me. I got it in a round robin box swap that we did on my year. And I love these flipping pens. They are called the Right Dudes, D-U-D-E-S. This one says Super Gel. It looks different, but they are metallic, and I just love the way they write. I don't know if you can see that. Oh no, you're not going to be able to see it because I'm losing the light here in my art room. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a photograph of these, and then you'll see how there's sparkle and stuff. And I don't know if they were expensive pens or not, to be honest. I bet you they're like knockoffs of the gel pens. So I love these tickets, and I decided not to do anything on the back. I'm going to leave them plain, and I think they would be awesome in Happy Mail with a little note written back there. So there you have it, guys. This is my take on this month's prompt tickets, and I hope you'll visit Gina's store. She has amazing product in there, and as I said, this is my favorite stencil, and her stamps are amazing. Anyway, I hope you have a blessed day full of love and art, and I will take a close-up of this and put it at the end, and I will see you again on the next video. Thanks for watching.